Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 6 of the extreme difficulty campaign as Julii or Julii, and practically that means that we started from Ireland and are progressing through Europe at the moment. And to add some difficulty, we cannot train any other units except Hastati and Equites until we take Rome. And furthermore, we are at war with all Roman factions, and we cannot make peace with them. And the goals of this episode is to kind of push back the Germanians some more, so that our areas here would be a bit more secure. And at the same time, the main push will happen in Italy. First target will be Patavium, and then we will take back our original settlements that were kind of given to Scipii and Prutii as we were unfairly banished to Ireland. But without further ado, let's continue the campaign. So we are actually in relatively good position in northern Italy because we do have Mediolanum and Massilia where we can train troops and retrain them. So that's nice, and we have inflicted some quite heavy casualties on the Germanians. So that shouldn't be, or they shouldn't be, too much of an issue either. But let's see how we will fare. Our Quintus Victor, actually our best general, is becoming a bit aged. So perhaps we should bring some younger blood there as well. And perhaps it will be Secundus Valerius and not Asinius Julius. Yeah. So let's bring in Valerius with some additional reinforcements. And in Massilia we will continue to train troops, and perhaps we could actually gather these troops from Lugdunum, or rather the general from Lugdunum, and some additional troops and begin a push to Spain. But that's perhaps, at least at this point. I think we actually need to leave one unit as a garrison. There was this rather large Germanian army skulking about over there. But I think we will just continue to push to Damme, and let's take the screeching women out of the equation first. Probably Germanians are rallying their armies either to siege our settlements or to thwart. Oh, that's not going to be a nice battle. Or to thwart our siege of Damme, but I'm confident in our troops. We begin to have veterans already, so... And even Hastati's Pilavollis can be quite devastating. So the plan is to charge with general issuing the war cry, and then light cavalry doing some flanking maneuvers at the same time. So let's get going. And then let's use the rallying cry. And let's hope to break them rather nicely, yeah. So perhaps 2 casualties. And that should be it.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
Yeah, 2 casualties. Well, I guess it was worth it, as one of them was actually from bodyguard, so... Too bad we cannot take position on the bridge. That would have been neat, and actually I don't dare to divide the forces so that we could actually take the bridge position over there. Perhaps we should actually bring at least one of these as a garrison to Deva, and perhaps we should send at least some family members to the European mainland. Okay, I think... Do we have a spy? We do, here. Let's bring him to the main front over here. So quite a lot of Roman armies. That's going to make our push to southern Italy a bit more problematic. And speaking of bringing new troops to the mainland... Oh, our financial situation is actually getting a bit worse. Huh. So I guess we will cease the training in here, at least for the moment. Let's send in the rest of the troops. And I guess we can train at least one more. Okay, and this army is actually quite formidable. Perhaps we will send it to the eastern front. Let's begin the siege of Damme, and let's see what kind of reinforcements. Okay, barbarian noble cavalry, fortunately only axemen, not those spear war bands, which actually would be more difficult opponents for us. And let's take one additional unit, and I think we are ready. Taking Osca most likely would offer us a nice defensive position. It is minor city, so we can train Hastati there. And that will practically, or should practically, block Spain from invading Gaul, or our territories in Gaul. And let's wait for the Governor's Palace, or what's this? Yeah, Governor's Palace to finish. And we can bring in the rest of the troops. And at the same time, I think we will actually give the command of the army in terms of retinue to our younger general. So, okay, so they actually moved here, yeah. So, yeah, next turn we will move out. Here, perhaps we will gather a bit more of troops, or rather wait that this army arrives before sending out this army. Okay, and I think situation in Mediolanum is improving quite nicely. And our settlements are growing, which is of course always nice. Buracum, roads, perhaps sewers, as they increase public order as well. In Massilia, port will bring some additional money, because at the moment we are beginning to need some additional money. And Mediolanum, we do have Sacred Grove of Abnova, but I think we will switch to Jupiter by Jupiter. Okay, so 2. Patavium it is then, and let's send our spy into the area first. So we should have a clear route. I'm not sure that we can actually besiege it first with full army, so let's send the cavalry first. We could get some additional mercenaries, and then let's bring in the infantry. And let's hire the mercenaries. I'm not certain that we would actually need them, but mostly to keep them out of Gaul hands. Okay, good. And I'm expecting Patavium to fall next turn. Perhaps we should take Segesta as well, rather soon, so we can kind of just keep the Gaul out of this area. And the border there seems to indicate that this is Germanian settlement, so I think we might want to send this army actually south here, and then perhaps there, or if we need reinforcements in Italy, we can send it there. But before doing that, we need to have a relieving force arriving. And actually, the question is, should we... Perhaps I should send these better trained, or rather upgraded variants here, rather than the raw recruits, with no experience. And, well, some mercenaries are always nice. And let's try here, so probably faction leader. Okay, no, faction leader. This is problematic, perhaps this, but I'm confident that Damme will fall. And despite our a bit difficult monetary situation, I think we want to smash the walls from 3 sections. Oh, and by the way, if my voice is sounding a bit down, I'm having a bit of a cold, so I try to not cough and sneeze too much during making this video, so that's the reason for if the voice sounds a bit odd. Okay, so let's get going. Hopefully we can get some nice pillar throws off.
Our soldiers are at the walls! Now they must batter a way through.
And no guards here at the present, except that spear warband is coming quite fast. Now the question is, could we actually move in 1 unit of Hastati? Actually this elite one. Fast enough. So that we could take the gates. perhaps this side actually. So we can get another Hastati throwing javelins on the flank of the enemy if they choose to engage.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done
Go,
well
go,
this
go, go,
day.
go.
The walls are taken.
And you guys come a bit back. Okay. Nice. And perhaps we should move a bit forwards. Okay, actually no.
Today. The walls
Don't
of
do that because we can get in from here.
should be ordered forward.
And in we go. And some nice damage over there. I think we will decimate this group rather nicely. Or then perhaps not. Okay, more hounds coming. Not nice. Not nice at all. And that's holding. It's holding too well. Okay, they're pushing in. And they are wrecking my elite Hastati. That's just sad. Okay, good. Don't let them escape. Or at least don't let many of them escape. And then we will hit those axemen in the back and hit them hard. Oh, this unit actually took quite heavy beating. And let's hope the cavalry is coming along rather nicely. Okay, finally. Catching these guys while they rout will make things so much easier for the rest of the battle, so let's try to do exactly that. Okay. Oh, too fast. Aha. That will practically mean that we will lose these two Hastatis. And there is one enemy unit over there as well. Yeah, okay. And that's, yeah, that's the elite Hastati over there. So perhaps you would care to launch some Pila over there. This is what you get from playing with triple speed.
to fill the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he's...
Okay, good.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
And let's finish off this unit. So they still have some axemen, and then they have that noble cavalry. Okay, let's give these guys a bit of time to catch their breath before moving onwards. I think warmed up should be quite enough for them, and then let's send in the mercenaries as well. And I truly hope, I think the settlement looks big enough so that we can actually retrain the units in here. So despite rather heavy losses we have suffered here, I think that, well, the losses are not quite as catastrophic as they could have been had the settlement been smaller, because then I would have needed to send some of the units for retraining somewhere, and life would have gotten quite a bit more difficult. And I guess it's time to prepare the pillars. By the way, what's the Latin plural for pillar? Is it still pilla? I don't know. But if you do, please let me know in the comments. So, where are... Okay, these troops are marching over here. Let's wait for them to arrive as well. And I think we can march a bit onwards. Okay, some nice hits. And let's charge in with those guys, and then let's bring in the cavalry. Okay, nice. Perhaps not quite a clear victory in my books, but victory nonetheless. Let's call it average victory. And yeah, we should be able to... Oh, well, that's a big settlement. Actually, before beginning any retraining, I think we need to begin the construction of this Proconsul's Palace. And perhaps I should combine the troops a bit, so that the retraining will be a bit easier. So 45%, that's not quite enough. So perhaps we should actually combine these two units. 50%. I'm not sure what's actually causing. Well, there is quite a lot of unrest. Sacred Circle of Freyja. Yeah. Well, let's hope we can actually keep the settlement. And that's Germanian town over there as well. Do we have any reinforcements that we could actually send in there? Well, cavalry, of course, will arrive next turn. Perhaps a couple of infantry units as well. And then let's train one additional Hastati. And I guess we can check the population growth a bit more over there. Okay, I think we have a turn. Let's hope we can actually keep. Catavignus. Okay, that should be easy. And of course, that's rather a brave attack. Even though that's rather nice upgrades they do have. But I think the plan is to wipe out the skirmishers with cavalry and then take on the brunt of the enemy attack with the infantry line. And let's actually make the infantry line rather deep, so that when chosen swordsmen charge, they are not going to charge an individual unit, but need to face at least a couple. So the casualties will be divided, more pila will be thrown, and most likely the results will be better. And I think we can gather our cavalry into one big lump and then just smash the initial enemy force. Yeah.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
And then we need to reorient our troops to face the incoming enemy army. By the way, I have always liked how they made the marching sound of the troops in this game. And of course that combined with the music and when the unit responds to an order. Rather many units. That's really really nice, the sound effect when they all shout "I" or something like that. Oh, the general is doing something weird. Let's see if we could punish him from it. Let's actually leave one cavalry as a reserve. I'm not certain that 5 Equites will be enough for this task, but let's see. So first, flanking charge. Then these guys charge. And then finally this one from the rear. Okay, didn't go quite as planned, but the general is standing over there. So perhaps... And let's use the rallying horn. Yeah, they are taking quite a bit of damage and the general is down and the bodyguard will go down as well. Nice. And let's not remain in battle with those guys. I just ordered not to remain in battle with those guys. Shameful display. And of course, our aim here is the utter annihilation of the Gaul forces. So let's act accordingly, because then the settlement will just fall to us. And I think you guys should continue this way. Okay, nice. And Patavium is ours. And I think it will be such a big settlement that we will actually exterminate it. To keep up the public order and, well, to get money as well. Okay, so let's retrain the units that suffered the most casualties first, and then train some additional Hastati. Malaysia, yep, arena there would be rather nice. Damme. Yeah, we are taking some casualties in here. %. Let's see if that cavalry will boost it to 65. Yes. And hopefully that should be enough. And perhaps Epuracum will soon need some extra defenses. Perhaps we should send these guys to south. And let's take the mercenaries, because, well, we have only Hastati at the moment. And Arretium, along with Segesta, will make a good next target. And this army is one turn away. So perhaps we should actually train Equites instead of Hastati. So we could begin to move towards Iuvavum. I've always thought it as Iuvavum, but I guess it's Iuvavum. Well, I guess we do have a turn. Okay, Patavium is doing okay. Let's hope Damme is doing okay as well. Oh! Traitors. That was perhaps 4 or 5 units. In my opinion, rather treacherous move, and that actually hurt us. I don't think there is, well, I guess we could demolish that one and begin to build shrines to Jupiter as is proper, and these ports will grant us some nice extra income. Massilia trader, well, some benefits. Damme, finally. Okay, good. And Patavium, well, we could apparently retrain quite a lot of troops and train some more besides. Sacred Circle of Teutatis, well, that's actually nice. Perhaps next turn we are ready to move out with this army towards Segesta. I think Patavium will need a couple of more turns time to kind of calm down.
Imperator, onward! Moves depleted, sir! Imperator, move out!
Oh, that's nice.
Engage the enemy!
Okay, they have reinforced this settlement. I think they had only 2 units here, but Iberian infantry naked fanatics shouldn't cause too much trouble for us. And our relieving forces arriving. Is this guy? He's not a general. Is this one been in the wars? So yeah, I think he will take charge of the army. And let's send in some reinforcements. Perhaps additional cavalry unit can catch up with the army. And we don't, yeah, those guys were bribed. So 2 turns, and then we can consider moving out of Damme. Okay, that's a nice move. Rather experienced troops, but it shouldn't actually matter. Faction leader. So not directly from behind, but from behind left are those reinforcements coming. I think we will actually try to engage that reinforcing army first. So they should be coming from pretty much this direction. So I think Hastati will form the main battle line here. Let's make it a bit wider. Slingers, of course, providing support. And then barbarian mercenaries to engage the enemy cavalry. Whereas Spanish mercenaries will actually guard our rear in case the first army makes a rather quick approach. So I think this will be the formation.
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
And perhaps the infantry line could move a bit forward and be a bit wider. So that's round shield cavalry only, and it seems the warhounds have taken quite a beating. So that's some good news. And of course, the ideal situation is that we can wipe out this whole enemy army, of course. Every casualty we can inflict will make things easier for us in the future. And of course, taking down the enemy general should be a priority. think we will be happy enough fighting the enemies like this. The slingers will do their job here, and of course we can whittle down the enemy bodyguard as well. I mean, you guys were ordered to charge them, not run in the completely opposite direction. Yeah. And let's send in some help over there. Yeah, I think we want to take care of those units as well. Okay. Yeah. Well, we will take the settlement in any case. At least, that's my hope.
This will surely make his followers waver.
And you guys can reinforce the battle line over there. Well, that's really a shame. A general being killed by Iberian infantry.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Have to admit that I haven't had many of those occasions this far. Oh, that's going to hurt. Move. And move fast, and we don't actually care about you anymore, so move into position to engage the enemy cavalry. I was wondering how these guys do have such a high morale, but then again they are. I mean, they did have, what, 6 chevrons, so I guess that's no wonder.
Be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts. The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
And let's hope we did inflict enough casualties to take the settlement. I think, well, let's see. Not quite. And perhaps we got a good trade. So perhaps that man of the hour will be a better general than the one we lost, whose name, unfortunately, I cannot remember. And, well, I guess that's not remembering good commander. Asinius Pomponius. And I think we can actually auto-resolve this one. Yeah. And once again, we are having some monetary issues. But at least this area is rather secure at the moment. Perhaps I should begin to raise taxes. If I can. Okay, so it's about time for these guys to go.
Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Orders, orders. Move out. Imperator. General.
Actually, oh, the mercenaries are not available over there.
Orders. Move out, sir. Imperator. Sir. Move out. Imperator. Engage the enemy. Forward. Not possible, sir. Engage
Oh.
the enemy.
For a moment I was scared that that's full stack army, but fortunately not quite. I think troops trained here will eventually be quite a bit better than the ones trained in Mediolanum, so we will continue troop training over there. Conde Tredonum having some issues with public order, so much for my tax raising. What about Tara? Doing okay. Perhaps our faction leader is a bit wasted here. Yeah. So let's get him a proper settlement to manage, such as Londinium, perhaps. And perhaps we could actually move at least some of the retainers to other family members. Okay, ports are nice. Those mines would be nice as well, but I doubt that we actually have the money to spare for the moment. I think roads in Samara-Briva will be rather nice. Alasia, we cannot afford anything else at the moment. Massilia, perhaps Temple of Jupiter. Damme. Perhaps Sewers. And I think it's actually time to go. And Osca, well, it's doing as well as can be expected. Yeah. And Mediolanum is having issues with public order. Fortunately, we can send in at least one unit over there. And since we have two, well, actually I won't get any money out of that one. Oh, that's large city.
Your Honor.
How much population they do have? 17,000.
Not possible, sir. On my way.
14,000.
On my way. Moves depleted.
24,000. Okay, so we need to move out. The only real issue is that can we actually retain control of, for instance, Patavium? How much troops we need to leave behind? 65%, perhaps one cavalry unit. Yeah, that should do the trick. And perhaps next turn we can get enough reinforcements from, for instance, Mediolanum. And of course these troops are showing up, hopefully, rather soon.
Settlement under siege, sir! General! Sir! Orders! Orders! March!
Yeah, and that's going to be an issue.
Orders!
How I hope that I could train some nice peasants. 40%,
General! Imperator!
60%,
Orders! Imperator!
60, but with retraining and training, we should be able to get it to 65.
Engage the enemy!
Ah, and there is such a big garrison over there. Okay, perhaps we should actually send actually a general, but does he actually lower the public order? So 85,
Imperator! Forward!
no he doesn't, okay, good. So we will send him along with cavalry
Onward! General!
to take charge of Damme.
Move out! Ready to ambush! Move out! Out of move, sir! March!
So things are beginning to escalate. Here, oh, they actually recovered all of the casualties. I'm just wondering. Perhaps we should begin to send the troops southward, so we could take Carthago Nova over there. It should be a rich city, because, well, we need money. Waging wars is not cheap.
Orders! Onward!
Okay, I think Londinium should be producing a bit more money at the moment. So we do have
Sir!
an interesting turn, though I think we actually need to take Segesta now, so that we can get some of these troops to join the main army.
Units! On my order! Units! Forward! Units! Forward!
Our soldiers have reached the gates with a battering ram. The enemy gate is down. Our battering ram has done its work.
Okay, I think we want to save that pillar for the enemy bodyguard.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken.
At this rate, the number we are going to be able to move to the next army will be quite limited. But let's hope we can, yeah. So those guys are breaking. And I think we should be able to just hunt them down. Going to be, yeah, the faction leader. Oh, and that's quite a devastating charge over there. I think we have this one, though perhaps that one Equites will break or will be annihilated, but still. Nice.
The king has been slaughtered. Let us hope he does not poison the carrion birds.
And small rest. Except for the light cavalry, who will take a position for the next battle. And then you guys take a position against the next infantry battle. Or for the next infantry battle. So, let's see if they will charge. It seems they will. And let's try to push them off the city center. Yeah, and that's it. Well, perhaps we will have some troops joining us. Or rather, joining the main army. But yeah. No money to make from here. Manius the Lucky. Ah, yeah. Which actually is Manius the Lucky? This guy. So there is some luck trait. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Okay, nice. I don't know, actually I have seen this one many times. Favor of the gods. Utterly pragmatic. Okay, well that's nice. And we have a turn. And we are having some issues with public order and cities growing and so forth. I think Epurapkum we don't need to build anything at the moment. Patavium. Let's make the sewers. Osca. Arena would be nice, but we don't have enough money. So it's time to begin the siege of Arretium, and that's going to need some siege towers. We will be facing principes protected by large stone walls. I think we will take Quintus to command the army. Because, well, this is crucial time now. This is a man's job, not for a boy. And so on and so forth. So let's bring him there. And then we just need to train more troops, because there is that one Gaul army approaching as well. And it's actually able to reach Patavium next turn. Okay, that's at least very good. Now, of course, we should perhaps send some reinforcements for this army. Okay, quite a lot of screeching women. I think we can actually do with those armies we have over there. And let's go to check how big Capua is. 23,000 almost. And from Osca, I think we just have to move out. So let's take these troops. Okay. And let's get going. Carthage, fortunately, no army on the ships. And we do have our faction leader over here, so perhaps we could bring him to Gaul. I think he could actually do be most of use over there. Here, yeah, let's hire the mercenaries to keep them out of enemy hands and at the same time to give us some extra troops. 9 turns to take. Yeah, and they did bring some additional troops. Well, this will most certainly make a rather nice final battle. So, Seleucus of Thessalonica, how far has Rome fallen? 4 generals, Hastatis, Principes, elite Principes, some gladiators. Oh. So they do have, yeah, 19 men. And then the reinforcing army of Cornelius Brutus, really experienced troops. This is going to be a tough one, and actually both sides have rather good armies, but we are outnumbered about 2 to 1. Well, not exactly, but yeah, let's hope terrain will favor us. It's going to be a defensive battle, so that's at least something. Perhaps the Senate will rush and not wait for the allies. Okay, so much for the terrain advantage. Actually, it's disadvantage. Okay, so basically we are forced to... Where is the enemy settlement? So the reinforcements will be coming from there. This side would be perhaps the best terrain for defense, but it seems we need to take this side to keep a bit more distance between us and the enemy. I was about to say that we do have cavalry superiority, but actually we don't. We have numerical superiority, but the enemy has 4 bodyguards. So most likely you guys will get to do some battle. I should have moved the retainers back to Quintus. So basically cavalry will form a wing in the right side. Fortunately, we do have actually superiority in generals. Or general quality. I'm not referring to myself, but to Quintus. And perhaps we could utilize our cavalry here to take down the Equites at the very least. And I need to reform this army orientation.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Okay, if we could take down one or two of those bodyguards, it should make things quite a bit easier for us. So, 2 detachments, one charging from the front, other one from the flank or rear. And I doubt those Equites are not coming back. Yeah. Unfortunately, this maneuvering the enemy is doing is actually giving time for the reinforcements to reach them. So that's some bad news. Of course, they're walking away from us here, so we could land some nice charges. And that's treasury. Okay, nice. And hopefully that was the enemy general, not ours. Good. And perhaps that guy is actually YOLO charging. Oh, they are all YOLO charging at the moment. Okay, so you guys are needed in here.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now
Let's
he's
try to
fleeing
catch
the
him.
field like a coward.
We could take him down. Take him down, take him down. Okay,
The gods be praised. The enemy
and the
general is
treasury are
dead.
coming.
His men know their doom approaches.
Where is the treasury? There. Engage. Good. Belly test, just break them. Smash them. Then Hastati. And this flank should be rather secure. Rather soon. Okay, good. We have routed most of the enemy's flank over here. So time to deal with the rest of the enemies and then form up again. So they still have some men capable of fighting. let's try to rout the whole enemy army rather soon. So we could form the battle line for the next sortie. Okay, good. So, form up. I guess you guys can just lure the ward. Okay, not then. No time for fancy forms. Okay, we have survived the first part. The troops are tired. Okay, time for the... Where is this unit? Okay, velites are breaking. Good. So is our flank over there. Good. Perhaps that's the beginning of the victory. Oh, those are Velite gladiators. I'm not willing to fight them that way. And of course, we actually do want to wipe this army out completely. Because then Arretium will fall to us. And it seems the battle is not over quite just yet. Okay, you try to get those war dogs out of the battle. Okay, and they are starting to break. Good. This was a difficult concentration of enemies. Excellent. So Hastatis, you move to engage those principes. And it's a victory. It was a worthy final battle for this episode, clearly. But let's just make sure that we actually get the prize we were looking for. And of course, wiping out Senate's army will make capturing Rome that much easier as well. And let's take out those principes. We did suffer quite heavy casualties, but it was against Rome, and we were quite severely outnumbered, and I think perhaps Seleucus or some of his generals. Actually, I think we managed to wipe out both armies. And the number of casualties we inflicted were quite decent. And let's just hope we get enough money to replenish the army. Oh. So apparently that last one wasn't quite the final battle. It was the prelude to the final battle. Well, the reason for that, of course I could stop the video right here, but I want to see us capturing the settlement. Why to fight if there is no prize waiting for that? And let's see how this guy will actually do.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Actually, we can get our flank protected by the rocks, and I'm not sure that we want to utilize Pila against the screeching woman over here. Okay, and then form up over here. So I don't exactly know what we are facing over here, but at least some spear war bands. Are those warhounds? No screeching women. Bastarnai mercenaries. Okay. And do they have a general, a proper general over here? At least I don't see one. Where is the captain then? Okay, they are tired. Very tired. Of course, that's rather nice. And there is the captain. Only winded, it seems. And let's send this unit over there. Some rear charges should be rather nice. And if we could break the general unit, that would be rather nice.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear make finds a home in our enemies' hearts.
Okay, so our mercenaries are running. And I think you guys need to do the tricks against the last remaining warbands. So, is there only one warband? Old your horse is a bit.
Show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Okay, I guess that should be it. Nice enough victory. Good. And let's occupy it. Okay. And Arretium is not ours quite just yet, apparently. Perhaps sewers and Damme. I guess bigger roads will be better. And in Iuvavum or Iuvavum, let's change this for Jupiter. And next turn we can march southwards and...
Prepare for battle. General, engage the enemy.
Is this because of kind of editing the files? Okay, so we did take the settlements eventually. But with some complications, let's put it so. By the way, what's the situation in Rome? It looks rather ripe for taking. And basically that means that next turn we will move against Rome. And the next episode will focus on Battle of Rome, most likely. But yeah, let's do the retraining in a smart way, or smarter at the very least. We have that 112 there. And let's train one additional troop. I think sewers will serve us okay. And I'm counting on Osca to hold, so we can push southwards towards Carthago Nova, which has rather large army nearby. Well, that town watch is a good indicator. that we might be able to achieve something.
Out of move, sir.
And I think I need to order some buildings before I forget at the start of next episode. So some roads, yeah, would be nice. Okay, so we did make rather nice progress in my opinion. Of course we need to be wary of the Scipii counterattack, but Rome looks rather ready for taking. Only actually normal stone walls. That's good. So basically, if we can replenish, and when we replenish this army, it should be sufficient to take Rome. Of course, the issue is that can we get some reinforcements to Arretium to actually guard the settlement, but let's see. But yeah, this is everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. And you may also, if you want to support the channel, become a channel member. And very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Kosakusar, Mark Anthony. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.